y'all, and welcome back to the Creeping Fig Cottage Kitchen. Tonight, peanut soup is on the menu, and according to the recipe book, it is a hearty meat, vegetable, and peanut combo that warms hungry children on a chilly day. And since we're having quite the cold snap here in Southern Alabama, I think it's time to see if this vintage recipe can make it back on the modern table. So to the Dutch oven, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of shortening. I've got the heat over medium heat. I'm gonna let that get melty, and as soon as that's heated up, we are going to add a pound of cubed stew meat. There we go, got a little sizzle. We wanna break it up, because we're gonna wanna make sure it gets brown. All right, let's let that sit for a minute. Next, we are gonna add in a chopped onion. We're gonna give those onions a minute just to get a little bit translucent. Then we're gonna spice up this soup. Now that our onions have cooked down a little bit and the beef is looking brown, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of water. Gonna wipe off our cookbook. That was problematic. To our beef, onions, and water mixture, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, and then a dash of all the following spices. So we've got garlic powder, nutmeg, this is ginger, then we've got cloves, and finally, paprika. Now this is going to get covered and it is going to simmer for about an hour, and then we will finish it up. Our peanut soup has been simmering for 1 hour. Everything looks tender, and now we are going to start finishing it up. We're gonna add 1 can of diced tomatoes. Get that stirred in. And now is when it becomes peanut soup. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of chopped up peanuts. Now we're gonna wait for this to come back to a boil so we can thicken it up. Now that I can see some bubbles forming, we are going to thicken it up. So I'm gonna place a teaspoon of cornstarch into 6 ounces of evaporated milk. Let's get that stirred up. Pour this in to our soup. It's not in the recipe explicitly, but it is peanut soup. And after assessing the ingredients, I am going to throw in a secret ingredient of my own. Now, in this series of vintage recipes, we have been trying to stick very close to the recipes. I have even been measuring things, which is not usual for me, but I think this is gonna be a really delicious soup actually, and I just think that a healthy spoonful of peanut butter will just give it the perfect finishing touch. Now that our peanut soup is nice and thick, it's time to plate it up and serve it up. I like the idea of savory peanut, and I'm going to top it with a little fresh roasted peanut. And there you have it, folks, peanut soup. Now we're gonna serve it up for a taste test. Here we go, peanut soup. Let's taste.
It's okay.